the closest ones, enough to put you on the fence. But I'm all in this hip-hop, I always fall for this. From grimy clicks to glossy whips, from putty mouths to bossy chicks, the arms up with ball and fists. I'm too real to just call it quits.
Black Fox News Editor-in-Chief, Bishop Grady, live and direct, man. Part in the background, I know it's a little messy back here, whatever, but you know, I'm in my people's office putting in some work, you know what I mean, because we got a lot of work to do. I'm doing this editor's note to talk to just all the people throughout the United States. As many of my followers know, I've announced that I'm running for president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, even right now, if you're hearing this for the first time, you're probably like, the fuck is this? That's some bullshit. Like, this nigga's on some bullshit. And those people just don't understand how deeply I feel about change that needs to be made in this country, and the sense of urgency I have and have had for the last 2 decades. Rather, like, people would say that they just don't really understand that, but I'm really on that type of time, and you know, my track record shows it. I mean, yeah, I'm a rapper, and I spit a lot of conscious rap, and I'm not even trying to be a conscious rapper. You know what I'm saying? I try to put myself on by creating a news channel. I'm putting myself on by creating my own news channel. That is an act of activism in itself, because I put a lot of truth, unearth a lot of conspiracies through my news channel and through my raps. You know what I'm saying? Like, in, you know, pretty much any community I'm in, I always tap in with the conscious community. I always tap in with the activists and the academics, and you know, we try to get some politics in motion from the ground level. Like, so, you know, this is not a light statement, what I'm about to say, which is that I am protesting Thanksgiving of 2023. And I am doing so by fasting. And I want you to join me. Now, a lot of people they're getting with their families. Like, you can't tell people who in corporate America working 9 to 5, day in and day out, you know, give 40 days worth of vacation time, but really you only supposed to use 20, otherwise they thinking about firing your ass. You can't tell those people to turn off Thanksgiving when it's one of the few breaks that they get in congruency with the off days that their family members get. So it allows for a time where everybody can meet, unite, and, you know, enjoy each other, love each other, you know, have fun, eat, be festive, you know, and entertain themselves and be entertained by others. And, you know, that's all. Understand it. But I ask you to really think deeper into why Thanksgiving is and what is happening today. Thanksgiving, you know, is based off of the carnage that was unleashed against the Native Americans by the invading European colonizers. Specifically, the slaughter of the Pequot tribe, which actually led to like somewhat of a truce between like the Pilgrims and Native Americans or whatever. But even after this like infamous dinner that like Thanksgiving is kind of like representative of, you know, Pilgrims then went on to poison the Wampanoag people with smallpox. And if you look into those times, and there are numbers estimated that as many as like 56 million Native Americans throughout the North and South Americas and Central Americas were actually murdered, actually died. So many died that there was actually a global cooling that went on, because it was that many fewer people breathing out carbon dioxide. So this is serious business. And I think in general we probably should stop celebrating Thanksgiving. And for those who need to hear it in song format, definitely check out Black Fox News World Broadcast number 9, aka Divest. Wink wink. I'm talking about a holiday that actually thrives off of our people being zombies and following it. Whether we're talking about just, all right, yeah, we get the days off from corporate America, but then what do? We go out, we buy some of the same foods. You know what I mean? So, turkeys get sold like crazy. A lot of supermarkets end up winning. A lot of, then you got Black Friday following it and all of that, whatever. Like these companies plan on people spending during these holidays. A lot of taxes are accrued, going to the government. Like the government loves this. Like this is part of what keeps things functioning. If it wasn't for the fourth quarter, most of these big name companies would take a fall, but they plan on that. They plan on people spending their money around this time on things that, if you really break it down, I think you should ask yourself if we really need these things. Back to why I'm fasting though. It ain't because the food that we typically eat during this time is the same food that murdered your grandmother, or may have caused your mom to have diabetes, or may have given your brother prostate cancer, or has everybody overweight, sweating out pork and turkey juice. I don't know. It's not just because of that. It's because knowing what Thanksgiving is standing for, but yet you see us in the United States living in a country whose federal government is continuously funding the state of Israel, and has pledged its unwavering support to this state of Israel as they commit genocide against Palestinian people, basically the darker skinned people. And we ain't even gonna bring skin color into it. We'll bring in the fact that Israel moved into that place after World War II, 1940s, and they have been ever since, slowly but surely taking over the land, literally taking this land from a people by any means necessary. Murder, of course, starvation, like starving niggas. Like we talking about actually manipulating the people politically to where you have the United States and Israel have been giving support to Hamas and empowering a terrorist organization, therefore justifying the borders around Gaza, which has the slaughter that's going on today. The last count I saw earlier this morning, yesterday rather, it was over 14,000 people have been killed in Gaza since Hamas launched the strike against Israel in early October, which took the lives of 1,400 people. So they've basically killed 10 times more. You take one of mine, I take 10 of yours. And most of these people are said to be children. Most of the people that are being murdered in Gaza. And this doesn't even include what's going on in the occupied West Bank. Again, Palestinian territory that the United States is helping Israeli settlers actually be in. And these Israeli settlers are now they're kicking in doors, they're bulldozing whole villages and areas that belong to the Palestinians, giving motherfuckers 10 minutes to get all of their shit out of a crib before they blow that shit up, type shit going on. And this is actually been happening. So I didn't need the Hamas attack to know that Israel has been systematically terrorizing Palestinians. But now it's to a whole nother level to where it's genocide. And being that the Palestinians are actually native to that land that Israel's taken, I can't help but see how analogous this is to the European colonizers over here in the US of A taking over land that doesn't belong to them from Native Americans, some of which we know for a fact were African. This is serious business to me. And then you see now the United States and I know we have a border crisis, but what the fuck do you expect? We're not even on land that's ours. Land is more Mexican than it is ours if you look at some of these earlier maps, pre-1776. So it's like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So, okay, in the United States, it's understood. It's like, I don't care how racist you are, it is generally understood that Europeans took land from the Native Americans. And that's bad. But here we are, present day, going to support a country that is doing the exact same thing, and then sit over here and eat Thanksgiving with our family and act like we shouldn't feel guilty at all. You right now might be seeing this, building with your own family. Meanwhile, over in Gaza, thanks to our tax dollars, there are people whose whole family's tree have been wiped out. And this is dozens of family trees. Imagine, you know how big your family tree is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you black, you watching this, you know what I mean? You know your family reunions, y'all be having the shirts that they give out at the cookout. I got all the branches and the names next to each branch, so you know who's part of what. Imagine that whole tree gone. You know the whole tree represents like hundreds of people. Whole tree gone. And we just supposed to sit here in good conscience and watch the fucking racist ass Dallas Cowboys beat up on the fucking Detroit Lions? Detroit was used to be a mecca for, you know, black middle class, and you know that's been eviscerated. So there goes that, and we just supposed to watch the like, I don't know, maybe that's even a little too deep for some of y'all. I'm not even trying to get that spiritual. But let's focus on what it is. Like, focus on what we know based on this, not conspiratorial, you know what I'm saying, bullshit. Like, this is like really what's happening in the news. We are in a country that was colonized, and then we are presently supporting the colonization and the genocide going on in another country. Now, me as president, I think it begs the question, what are the exact interests in the attempted moves trying to be made by the United States, since they're so tied to Israel? And I think also, and we, you know, experts would say it's like, you know, geopolitical and all of that. It gives them certain power to just even be able to set up shop over there. But it's not being communicated to the people at all, because I don't think anybody feels like thousands of children being murdered is okay. Except for the Israelis, the Zionists that actually feel like, well, the Palestinians have actually been committing this type of carnage against Israelis. You know, they're cutting children open and yada yada. A lot of times taking reports that have not been proven to be true and using that as truth and justification for the slaughter of the darker skinned people. You know what I'm saying? This is really happening. Like, this is holy war type shit. This is end of the world type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make myself seem more extra important by even talking about this. Like, I actually think you're all going crazy. Part of why I'm even running for president is to wake motherfuckers up. Like, if I could grab you and shake the shit out of you and tell you to wake up, and then do that to the over 300 million people that live in the United States, that's what I'm trying to do. Because I think this is insane. Just the symbolicness of it, and then we want to do all of that with our family, eating food that's killing us. Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the fasting comes in. So I hope I painted a picture as to why, like, all of that has led me to make the decision to fast for Thanksgiving. Now, I get it. It's not really for everybody. You know, it should be. It's not really for everybody. And, you know, it's a little hard to fast and withhold from, like, you know, in any indulging, smoking, drinking, and all of that, or whatever, because I wouldn't recommend that you fast but still smoke and still drink. You know what I mean? But as far as any health benefit that might come from it, that might disrupt those said benefits. But nevertheless, I think it's just the right gesture, you know, the right chess move to do. Why indulge in society? Why continue to like buy into a society that is already showing us that, one, they don't give a fuck about our lives, and two, they might not give a fuck about life in general. I think anyone who doesn't, you know, necessarily, and there's a lot of people who don't have anywhere to go when it comes to the holidays, or who aren't, you know, getting with family and doing all of that. You might feel bad. You might feel sad. You might feel like there's a lot of people who can't even afford to eat today. A ton of them. You know what I mean? I would say to them, like, use today as not a day of sorrow to beat yourself up. Dang, it's another day I can't eat. You know what I'm saying? And it's Thanksgiving. Like, fuck, I ain't shit. Like, my friend, like, yo, I know how this feels. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, like, nobody fuck with me. Like, I don't even feel, you know, you might have too much pride to call the next person, whatever. No. Take pride in your, in where you stand today. If you're going to be hungry today, if you're not going to be with fam or whatever, make today about something. Knowing that, first off, is based on some bullshit anyway. And then two, knowing that you might be able to make a difference and raise enough awareness so that our tax dollars can stop going towards the slaughter of a whole nother people. You know? Fast with me. Fast with me. Today. Thanksgiving fast. November 23rd, 2023. 11/23/23. Fast with me. This is in protest of what the United States is doing by them, along with Italy, Germany, France, and the United Kingdom, pledging their unwavering support for Israel's carnage that they're unleashing against Palestinians on a land that does not belong to the Israelis, to the Zionists. You know what I'm saying? So fast for that. Fast against this. Fast for your health. You know? Fast in out of protest against the price gouging that's going on in today's economy. You know what I'm saying? Fast in protest so that you don't have any tax dollars going towards this behemoth of a country that we created that has over 750 bases in over 80 countries around the world. Like this fake ass new Roman Empire. You know what I'm saying? Fast out of protest. Fast so that you can show that you are not stuck in the matrix. You will not be rocked to sleep. Fast for that. Join me. I was gonna like put out flyers for it earlier in the week and make an event about it, but nah, I'm just rest assured that. So it's 8:45 a.m. right now. I've been up a couple hours already. Have not eaten, and we gonna keep it like that for the day, man. Fuck Thanksgiving. Christmas, I'm on your ass too. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna leave it at that. I got more presidential addresses coming, but we gonna get back to this. Getting some things in motion. Green War on graduation.
Talking about I gotta do something. Well, what you calling this? Huh? I love me, huh? I love me, huh? I love you too, but I love me, yo. I love me, check it. I love me, I love you, and you too, and you too.